Hi, this is Jeannie, and I'm here with Promiseland.
Brittle Signs. Overtime is justified, a little more is worthy. Hopeless lives and crusted lives and endless nights and torture. Sadness hits the senseless mind, a man that is just way too high. Yet his hole is getting deeper, let it fall, he is a teacher. Cut through cactus, kissing king cobra. I could not be more on it. I feel outside the rhythm life and in a point of glory. I salivate for all your pleasure. Creatures come in comfort, seductions of the winning state. I am human matters. Cut through cactus, kissing king cobra. Overtime is justified, a little more is worthy. Hopeless lives and crusted lives and endless nights of torture. Sadness hits the senseless mind, a man that is just way too high. That his hole is getting deeper, let it fall, he is a teacher. 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 Cut through cactus, kissing king cobra. Brittle signs. It's all about the cutthroat cactus. Oh, I feel the quesadilla coming up right now. I feel the chicken quesadilla coming up. Signs, brittle, signs, brittle, signs.
Hi, this is Jeannie, and that was Promiseland with Brittle Signs. The next song he is going to perform is called Take Down the House, the Chicken Quesadilla remix.
Wow. Eat a chicken quesadilla. Eat a chicken quesadilla right before you're about to do a whole bunch of cardio. Trust me. It's a good decision. Look at the pretty pictures behind. Take down the house. Take down is everything. Break through the pieces. Destroy and deliver. I am in fever, forever monopolized. Tinted seduction, kebabs are anonymous. I am anonymous, my love is on top of this. I am anonymous, my love is on top of this. You've gotta go to the gym. I tried to walk around the bed, but I was stopped to kill a friend. Now all his blood is on my hands. I'll try to feed the fucking zoo. Take down the house. Take down is everything. Break through the pieces. Destroy and deliver. I am in fever, forever monopolized. System seduction, kebabs are anonymous. I am anonymous, my love is on top of this. I am anonymous, my love is on top of this. It's a bit where you could do a dance if you wanted to. My love is always anonymous.
That was called Take Down the House by Promiseland. The next song he's going to do is called My Shadow. And this is a special treat for you guys because we decided to have Rich change up the background a bit so it's really psychedelic and crazy.
My shadow is mine and I'll do whatever I want with it. Your shadow is yours. Do whatever you want with yours. Where's the camera, son? Where's the camera, son? I have nowhere to be. I have nothing to see. My own precious time says my shadow is me. I have nowhere to be. I have nothing to see. My own precious time says my shadow is me. To say it is harder this way. shifter, calling cards, an apple for a finger. I have nowhere to be, I have nothing to see. My own precious sunset, my shadow is me. My shadow is me. Yeah. My shadow is me. My shadow is. I tell you what, I am wasting my day. 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 I have nowhere to be. I have nothing to see. My own precious sunset. My shadow is me. My shadow is mine, and I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Your shadow is yours, do whatever the fuck you want with yours. My shadow is mine, I see it on the floor, I do whatever I want with it. So you do it to you, and you have a name. My shadow.
Hi, this is Jeannie, and I'm here with Promiseland, aka Johan Rashid, in the studio today. I noticed a lot of your music, like Eastlink and In Swarm, is influenced by a lot of hardcore music. Are you influenced by any of the New York hardcore bands?
You know what? I actually don't know many of the New York hardcore bands. I always, growing up, played in, like, you know, I started off playing bass guitar, played bass in a punk band.
Yeah.
And I was more influenced by not so much American music, but like UK music, like Public Image. Yeah, moving over here has been very interesting in playing shows, because after playing in bands and playing, you know, with instruments, bass, guitar, and Eastlink's very much a psych rock band, and it's very repetitive and simple. And Promiseland was a project where I guess it started out more as a performance piece where I just wanted to make electronic music. The thing about Promiseland is that I can travel anywhere and play.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to take a whole band with me. I have Lord Fascinator who comes and plays with me here and there, but I also can just plug in my iPhone or my iPod. Well, it's an iPhone, I don't have an iPod, and just like dance and do whatever. You know, when I first moved to New York, I just would, you know, play parties or anywhere I can just plug into the DJ system, and as long as they have a microphone, then I would just like thrash it. And yeah, same with like the Bowery Ballroom show.
Yeah.
You know, went on tour with Public Access Television and Splash.
They're great. They're another Australian band that moved to the
Splash?
UK.
Yeah. So Splash is like, so they're my friends, and then that's how I met Public Access TV.
Okay.
And we all went on tour together, and I was shooting the documentary. And then, you know, a couple of the guys had seen the Promiseland show before, and they were like, nah, you got to play our show at the Bowery. And I was like, I don't know. And then Ben, our manager, was like, never heard Promiseland before, and he's like, yep, all right, I'll just put you between the bands. And then, you know, I got up, and I can just plug in and play and hang from the ceiling.
No,
and stuff.
yeah, I saw you at that show, and you were literally hanging off the ceilings like a monkey, and I'm like thinking, oh my God, I hope this guy doesn't hurt himself. How did you get hooked up with Cult Records?
Coming back to the Cult thing, so yeah, I make film, and what brought me over to the States is I used to, you know, like I was shooting with Vice for a long time, shooting documentaries, working a lot with bands and shooting music videos. And so I was sitting in a bar one night with one of the guys from Splash who was bartending, and he was talking about to go on tour with Public Access. And then Ben Goldstein, who's like was managing both
Benny's
the band.
amazing.
Benny,
Yeah.
who was then managing both the bands, was sitting at the bar and he's like, "I've got to get some guy to film this thing. He's gonna be some jerk. I've got to get some guy to film the tour. Some guy's gonna come and whatever." And I was like, "Yo, dude, that's what I do." And like Jai, the Splash guys are my friends. John from Public Access. I hadn't met Zan yet, but later that happened, and on the spot. In one night, we decided to go on tour, shot a documentary. Then the guys was like, "Yes, you have to play Bowery with us at the end of the tour." And I was like, "None of you have heard the music." And they were like, "It's fine. We like you and we like your vibe, so you should play." So I did that show, and then Ben sent a little video to Julian. And a week later, Julian came down from Connecticut, and we sat in a little bar and listened to the music, and we just, I don't know, like, he seemed to vibe it, and that was cool, and then, I don't know, like, I did a couple of tracks, and then the next week later, we went in, and we decided to, like, do the little, like, cult family thing, and, I don't know, it happens very fast, and that's why I love. It's my favorite thing about New York City is like even here tonight doing like this kind of stuff is like this being here and doing that to me is like just as important as like playing at a venue or something because it's fun and you're like I don't know, tonight the effects was worth everything.
Because Rich is the best.
Rich, the effects tonight was worth everything. That's like more than like 100 shows put together just to have those effects and to dance, then we're good.
Yeah, with the whole thing, all I saw from Promiseland was that teaser video. Are you going for like a low-key vibe in the beginning and later you're gonna blow up?
I think the first show, Lord Fascinator behind me booked, and it was like, I think I played to like 3 people and I was late. He said that I was supposed to be there at 9. But the show was at 7 or whatever. I played to 3 people. It was okay, and then over the my time in New York, I sort of started playing to a few more audiences, and like I said, to some random parties and stuff. Yeah. And I guess I just kept filming the shows along the way. When the cult thing happened, I was like, oh, I kind of had this whole hard drive of just like all this footage. Stuff, So I was like, oh, well, here's the live show. Yeah. And if I can cut it together, there was the Bowery stuff, and looking at it as a whole, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I think in that video it was like almost that this guy got paid $100 to throw me in the swimming pool of the 60 hotel. And my head was that close to the thing, and this fight broke out, and then I climbed on the roof and got kicked out of the 60 hotel.
What inspired you to move here to New York?
Moved here, never being here before. I moved here with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and she'd been here, and we're just like, yeah, I guess New York's the place, and I had work here, so I came, and then I kind of fell in love. My favorite show growing up was Seinfeld, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I love Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld so much, and so like, the first 3 months of my life was just walking around uptown, just looking at those buildings, just like Did you ever go
to Tom's Diner?
No, I've never been to the diner.
Oh, Tom's Diner is 112th Street and Broadway.
But it's like the other side of the park. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, and my favorite film's Taxi Driver as well. So.
Gotcha.
So there's parts of New York that still like I spent a lot of time at the state is it the state library? I don't know, the Bryant Park Library.
The Bryant Park Library.
I love it. I sit there and it feels like it inspires me.
What's been your favorite music project that you've done so far?
Right now, Promiseland's for sure. Like I'm working on a record, like an album at the moment, and I'm about to release a couple of tracks with Colt. It's like it's finding that balance. So like, until I did this like little signing with Colt, I wasn't working on Promiseland so much. I was just doing shows, but been working on the In Swarm stuff with my other bandmate, and we've been working on a record for another label in New York called Styles Upon Styles, which is fun. And then before that, like Eastlink I played in for like a couple of years, and we're on a label in the Red Records, and I don't know, like that's just I get to play guitar in that band, so it's just finding like what I'm in the mood for.
What are you in
and then
the
when I
mood
don't
for?
want to do any of that, I just like
Yeah.
make movies and films and stuff. Yeah.
Tell me about your new film with Chet Baker.
That's another funny one because Nick Murphy, who's formerly known as Chet Faker,
Yeah.
he started coming to some Promiseland shows, and that's how we met. And he sort of came up. He was like, "Cool, you know, that's awesome." And I was like, I didn't know, I didn't really know who he was. And then we sort of started hanging out. And he was aware of like I guess the films that I made,
Yeah.
and you know I made stuff with Ariel Pink before, and like I did all the Parquet Courts film clips
Oh,
and a
wow,
whole bunch
okay.
of stuff like that. And then you know I don't know, he's just a really solid human being, and he's on the same, I guess, wavelength that I'm kind of riding at
Yeah.
the moment, and we kind of had a chat about it, and he's like, well, I'm working on this EP, which is it's a transition for him at the moment because he's going back to his actual name, who he is.
Oh, okay.
We kind of sat together and we came up with an idea and a concept for the visual EP of his release, and so yeah, a month ago we shot this amazing, epic, I think it's amazing, we all think it's amazing, but yeah, it's this epic film where he's like acting in it and traversing through these environments of New York City. And yeah, I mean, there's the trailers out now and the film gets released soon.
So tell me about this ID video that you did.
Oh, the ID video?
How
the
do you-
ID film?
Yeah, how do you feel about being noise?
Noise. I'm fine with noise. I mean, I'm noisy right now. I definitely have sleep paralysis, but that's another story.
Okay.
But Joanna, the girl that cast me for the ID film,
Yeah.
the Marc Jacobs ID film, it all happened from shows, you know, like the cult thing happened from, I think, the Bowery show, and then this girl, Joanna, came to, I think I used to, there was this venue around in New York City, which was
Yeah.
my home, called Elvis Guest House.
Oh, on 7th and A.
No,
yeah, and then it just shut down.
Yeah. Elvis Guest House
Sad.
was my favorite venue in the whole of New York City, and I haven't been in New York that long, but Elvis
Yeah.
was my home, and it was the home for a lot of amazing, creative musicians, artists.
Exactly.
And so I used to play a lot of shows there, and get up on the bar and dance, and we'd stay way
Yeah.
after hours till like 8 in the morning, 9. Actually, I shouldn't say that because that's bad. Maybe that's what I should. But yeah, Joanna had come to a show
Yeah,
before,
exactly.
and yeah, so the show was like, I guess you have to be you have to be noise, because the show that she saw at Elvis Guest House was very, very intense and obnoxious and in everybody's face, and there was a saxophone player, and we did live hypnotism. It was full on. So yeah, I guess it was appropriate for noise, and I feel honoured to have been asked to be a part of that, because there's a lot of amazing musicians.
And next to Lourdes Leon,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she
that's
is
right.
Muse.
We shot that at like, I don't know, it was like 10 in the morning or something. So they're like, all right, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, you've had your coffee, now let's go crazy and dance and do whatever you do. And I was like, all right, and I lost my voice for a couple of days because I was like yelling and stuff like that. But, you know, it was cool, it was fun.
I've got a question about one of your music videos too. Where did you get the inspiration to make that In Swarm video that I saw, and very dark, black and white, and make it seem like you're being chased after?
So, In Swarm, the project itself, as opposed to Promiseland, which is a little bit more
Yeah.
dancey and party, In Swarm is very much more like industrial and dark, and just has a lot more intensity. And I guess for the film clip, Drinking the Water was basically based off a time when I was living in Nepal. And I was living in this little village called Beni, and I drank the water, and the water wasn't properly sterilized, and I became really, really, really sick. And I thought I was gonna die. I was stuck in this village, in this shop front with chickens and kids, and it was just,
Wow.
it was a
Whole
fucking
part of the
nightmare.
world.
And so Drinking the Water, the song, is actually about drinking the water and hallucinating and tripping out, and the concept is that in the film clip, you drink the water to have a psychedelic trip. So instead of like having acid or smoking weed or anything, in the future, people could potentially go to crazy countries and drink water to get sick and to just fucking freak out because I freaked out in the middle of this country. And so in the film clip, whoever drinks the water gets sick and they're stuck in a Serbian prison in the middle of a hedge maze. And the only way out is to follow the dog. All the prisoners need to follow that dog, and that's the key to getting out of the prison. To get out of any situation, just focus on the one little moving task, and you'll be able to get out of any situation. And I did when I was really sick and I was vomiting.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know. I just focused on. Actually, no. I focused on. I had a spider in my room on the wall. For like 4 days of being sick,
my God.
this spider didn't move, and I just was, and I hate spiders.
Yeah.
But when I was sick, I was like, you know what? Just make the spider your friend. No, because what else am I gonna do? I'm like, make it your friend, and then me and the spider became buddies. We became friends. And that was my world for 4 days, and I got better.
Did you name her Charlotte? And
hang out
with her web?
Yeah, absolutely. Charlotte brought me back. I was stuck in a room with no pillow, no back. I was sleeping on some cardboard wooden thing, and the only friend I had was a spider. That's the idea behind the film clip. Yeah.
Do you get more personal satisfaction as a musician or as a video director creatively?
To me, they're equal. They just happen at different times. They happen at different times. Okay. And I think, like, you know, they go hand in hand. So one influences the other. Music will always influence, like, visuals within, like, I guess, you know, my work or my mind. Like, I'll constantly, when I'm making music, I'll always think of it visually as well. Or I'll be like, oh, this is cool, or in movement. Or, I mean, I love dancing, you know. I was just on the floor here rolling around. Yeah. The thing is that people are always like, oh, it's awesome you travel around and you get to do whatever you want and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's my work and it's hard work as well. And it's rewarding in the end, but it takes a while to pay off. And, you know, you're shooting film, it's like it's like you're editing, you're going crazy, like, oh, I hate it, oh, I can't do this. And then, you know, stuff goes out and you just have to let go of things and let them go out into the world, and they are what they are. And, like, you know, you do your show as well, and you put it out there, and it just becomes another important documentation
of creative work.
Of creative work. And like, and I always think it's like, it's, you know, my work is definitely of a time and a place, and so I think it's very important to just, you know, just do it.
Well, I guess that's all. That's all the questions I have. It was amazing to have you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You're
it's been fun. I mean, like I said, that was worth 100% the visuals.
I know.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you.
I'm in a world, I'm in a dream. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry.